Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedlys. Well, we have a new Dior girl. Her name is Pamela Anderson. Ooh, T is hitting the wall. The glass is hitting the wall. It's a beautiful ensemble, I will say that. It's a layered cashmere and silk outfit in winter white, with a coat, and it's designed by Grazia Churley with pointy black patent leather heels and tights. And it is absolutely gorgeous. And I would say that Pamela's having a renaissance. Her whole career is being highlighted right now. She's like the it girl right now. Megan's pissed because you know what? As we know, she likes Dior. We know that she's been virtue signaling from, various designers. Hey, look at me, I'm wearing your outfit. Doing her little pap walks in the parking lots. You guys remember that? She's been doing that for years, hoping that someone would say, oh my God, she looks so good in that. Let's just have Megan. Megan would make the perfect model for us. Remember a couple of years ago, she was trying to get one. I can't remember who it was. And they picked this real cute Asian girl, about 20 years younger than Megan. Yeah, so it just keeps happening. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she should hook up with Ronald Burkle again. He's the one that hooked her up with Soho House. I don't know if he's alive, but nonetheless, the guy is not a looker, okay? He's the one that got her down that road of Soho House. Of course, she wanted to be in Soho House, where she met Marcus Anderson and Omid Scooby when they were an item back then. Yeah, and that's when that whole Soho Ho really became an uptick for her, when she didn't focus on her acting, but she did her left eye, left tear when she's sitting on the balcony at Soho Ho House bar. Yeah, that. She should have focused on really expanding her acting chops, but she chose to become a yachter instead. I think she really thought she was going to hit a billionaire and that she would never need acting. I don't think she even really truly wanted the acting. It was just a means to getting to people. And maybe, I guess, her entitlement, she thought, well, I don't need it because I'm such a natural. I'm such a natural. Yeah, she probably should have used some glycerin drops on this one clip that I saw that was on Reddit, you guys. Yeah, her jaw was really wide. People were talking about her really wide jaw and that she had a bottom bite. And that's why she probably has veneers, so that she doesn't have that bottom bite situation going on. And the jaw was wider, and people are like, wow, she had her jawbone shaved down. So that was heavily discussed on Reddit. And I thought, wow, she really does have an underbite, because they did a screenshot from a clip from a movie where she was this, quote, got this sleeping beauty role, but they were like, she's no sleeping beauty. It was a very unlikable character. And I never saw it, but anyways, it was just a small little clip. And yeah, she had the ugly crying going on while laying in a hospital bed. Yeah, so that, yeah, not, the acting chops weren't good. And then people were saying on the feed, wow, look at them looking at each other as the other two actors, like, God, that's terrible acting. So yeah, they were mocking her on that. Pamela has minimal acting as well. Her definitely has been more the Playboy and those layouts, obviously. So, she's got some, but I wouldn't put her in the good acting category either, to be quite frank with you. But she does have the ability to pose, knows her angles. The camera loves her. And she has an ability to be soft and gracious. And she's sold so many covers that I'm sure that it's a good bet for them, that they won't suffer, since she is the current natural, let's not wear makeup trend. She's trying to get this whole momentum going of let's ditch our makeup. So I think I think it's just a trend situation. I don't know how well that's going to pick up. Most women I do notice on the feeds are saying she needs a little something, something. Not everyone's buying it, to be honest, but I think they will put on given it's a magazine and all that, they're not going to put her out there with nothing on her face. It will be an application where it looks like she's wearing nothing, but she does have quite a bit on, actually. I have had that done to myself before, where it looked absolutely amazing, but I had makeup on. So they are that good, where it will look very authentically, naturally beautiful, but trust me, there's a lot there. They're just that gifted, okay? It takes a lot of gift to be able to put makeup on where it looks like everything's flawless, and yet everyone will say, oh my God, look at that, it's so natural. Who was it? It was Christy. One of the Christies did it. There was some interview. It was one of the top-notch models. She did that. Was it? No, it wasn't Christy Brinkley. It was, God, I'll think of it another day. But I know they do it. Well, they'll say, oh, come on into my house. And then they'll be interviewed and say, oh, yes, I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm wearing this white shirt and I'm just in jeans and I'm just so casual. But later on, they admitted, yeah, I actually had makeup on, but it was a no makeup look. It can be done. It can be done. So I think that's what they will do with Pamela, given what I know from my own personal experience and what I've read from other women who have faked the natural look. But I prefer a little bit of color myself. I think with her blonde hair, it would benefit her. But it should be interesting to see how they decide to show her. I'm sure it will still be natural because that's what she's kind of under fire for, or not under fire, but you know, everyone's all hot for it, or at least a lot of women are. I think it's more some of the older women that are supporting her. A lot of the younger people I've noticed on the feeds, because I've kept close attention to it, are ridiculing her actually, and it's not positive. So, you know, it depends on where you go. Some of it's quite malicious, I will say. And so, yeah, and they are mocking her too. So it's a little bit of 50-50 from what I've seen. Not all support, but you know, hey, I don't care. It's whatever she wants. I'll keep wearing a little bit of makeup or a lot of makeup depending on how I feel. But you know, it is true. The older you get, the less you need. The more you start looking pretty rough. I have noticed that with myself, such as I cannot put makeup. I notice when I put makeup under my eyes, like, because it's such delicate skin, it really does crinkle up and look more crepey. So the under eye area is like a real huge, massive no-no. And the upper eyelids become more delicate. And here's a rude joke. I was watching one makeup artist talk on social media that the older you get, this is going to sound really rude, but I'm just going to repeat what I saw. Your eyes become like putting makeup on a man's testicles because the skin gets so delicate. Yeah, this is where a lot of women are applying estrogen cream to their eye area instead of putting it on their belly button or elsewhere. They're using it as a trick to tighten and tone through estrogen cream. Just a little tip there. I just got some estrogen cream, so I'm not a user of it. I figure I'll try it to see what happens. So that's one way to tighten the area. So, you know, just a little something I figured I'd add into my video here. So Megan. So right now they are not friends. No, they aren't. I will say here that she wishes she could be connected to her. She'd like to take her down and rise herself up. When will I be risen up? And she can't cope with the situation very good. She's quite upset. She's not coping well at all because no one's accepting her. She's unacceptable. The Hierophant upright would be you're welcome, you fit in. You know, you're on this great path, finding your own way. Megan has not found her own way. She's wondering who's going to want me. Who's going to help me rise up like a snake from bad to worse? I mean, bad to good. How do I shed this old skin and rebuild myself? That's her rebranding. And it's dropping like a hard rock and nobody wants to rebrand her. She's tried rebranding herself so much, she's overexposed and to the point no one sees her as a royal anymore. You're out of the royal family. Since you got out of the royal family, everyone's dropped you like a rock. You want everyone, but no one wants to elevate you. So it's a sudden change. It's an upheaval. For her, it feels like an absolute crisis mode. And she's just like, how do I do it? How do I get this? I have no idea. I have absolutely no insight how I'm going to get out of this situation. Basically, she needs to shatter her patterns to rebuild herself. There's a sense of disorientation and vulnerability with this card, and she's not happy. She wants liberation. How can I liberate myself and get people like me, like Pam? Everyone likes her. I'm here left with nothing. I want what she has. Go from, you know, picking myself up from the ashes, because that's basically what Pamela has done. You know, she was out of the limelight for many, many years and took off to Canada And now all of a sudden, look, she's having this rebirth, this shedding of the old and rebuilding herself into something new that people are going, oh, look at that. So Megan's thinking, how can I do that? Because I can't cope too well, but it won't be accepted if you do it. No, it won't, because we're going to call you out, Megan. It will not be accepted. You won't get this. And she kind of knows it because it's sitting here and here. She's aware of that. Challenging position. She has to make it look like she's kind and gracious and confident and careful with their words. More softness and peacefulness, like Pam. Pam is kind of soft. Pam is not aggressive. Pam is not forcing anything. You can't force it. You just have to allow it. It's not anything. You cannot force people to like you. You cannot force people to elevate you. You cannot force people to do dualities with you. You can't force people to accept you and elevate you and get you to climb the ladder of success. No. You can't force people to cope with you and deal with you and juggle their obligations and responsibilities and let them go for you. So basically, she needs to make a decision. She needs to make a decision. What does she want to elevate herself? But she hasn't. She keeps trying over and over and thinking it's going to work out, but it's not going to work out because she doesn't have that softness. She doesn't have that calm endurance. Instead, Megan is always, I'll take what I want. I'll take what I want. I'm a dictator in heels. She knows she has to have calmness in order for it to work. But that's a challenge for her to stay calm. She does not do calm. Focal point. Yeah, love. How am I going to get people to love me? So she's thinking about this overflow of emotion. She's probably crying. How do I get this fresh chapter? How do I get people to say yes to me? How do I start these new connections? I'm a mother. I'm a mother. Just like, she keeps using this whole mother role as a reason to not hurt her, as if that's a reason people should go by. Okay, Megan. So she's wondering, how can people, maybe I'll use my children. So that goes back to that Archie video. And speaking of that Archie video, that's pretty dark, you guys. That Archie video shows a child who's very on eggshells. Only if you want me to, with that watering, only if you want me to. That's a kid who's been demeaned, diminished, is invisible, and total eggshells. This child is not comfortable, whoever the child is. Some people were joking, saying, is Megan pretending to be a child? I did have some notes on it, and where are they? This child here. Oh, this child's on eggshells, yes. You can hear the fear in the boy's voice, that if only you want me. And then there was some other video where it's something about Harry saying he's clean. So apparently this kid had dirty shoes and stuff. I have to bring this into the video, sorry. Asking for permission to be accepted. That's basically what the kid's doing. He's craving acceptance. It's common of a child of a narcissist. The child has major anxieties. The children have excitement in their voices, but not this one. Most have excitement. Oh, yeah, I'll do that. But the child was so apprehensive. Oh, my God, I'm on eggshells. Can I do it? So anyways, and then Megan giggles in a maniacal way, like, oh, it's okay. Cover it up because she knew the camera was playing. In essence, do you have time for me? The kid was very leery. The kid didn't seem to want to water, but it was needed for the Instagram post. It was definitely fight, flight, freeze, fawn mode. And then basically people are saying, well, she was flaunting the water after all the fires. And it's an early pattern of people-pleasing behavior shaped by NPD parents. So Megan had it, maybe, but now that's what this kid's leaning into. This child will become a people pleaser if it stayed with Megan, because that's where people-pleasing comes from. And let's see, prioritizing the mother's values lies within the meeting. Yeah, external expectations or gaining and garnering for emotional approval. The child has to adapt to the environment and the mother. The love and condition and attention is conditional. It's setting the stage for potential diminished self-esteem or boundary issues. Later in development would require further observation. That was said on X by a very smart X user and totally 100% on point. That's why I had to read it to you. Past position. Past position. She has no friends, no safety net. Nobody wants to support her. There are no reunions. Sorry, we don't want to get back together with you. Work affiliations in reverse. So, sorry, we're not bonding. Nice try. Go hit the bottle. Yeah, might be time for the bottle and the French bread with the extra butter. So, no support, no safety net, no friends. Bored life. Bored life. So, what does she do? She stays on social media, going to war. Going to war because she's at home bored. At home bored, she can't cope. She can't cope here. Going into the outside influences, very strategic. She's going to strategize. She's going to figure, hey, what are you doing for me? This could be contacting someone who makes professional decisions for her. Who's going to make professional decisions for you, Megan? Because you don't follow advice, so she needs someone to make professional decisions. Megan thinks she can make her own professional decisions. Basically, she's going to try to rule by her head, not her heart. She's going to look for some kind of high standard position and job. She knows that's very high standard. The job's been made. They love her. They didn't want Megan, and now it's war time. Oh my God, is it war? She's my nemesis. She's my nemesis, my competition. I'm going to war with Pam, and I'm going to strategize that because she got a new emotional beginning that wasn't given to me, and she's the idealistic one, the perfect one, not me. Then we have here, here we go. She's having the little flashbacks of the past because it was influences of the past, why Pam got it, because of the loyalty. She still has a loyalty. People know that she's got this kindness in her. And basically she's thinking, well, she's hiding her dysfunction. I can hide my dysfunction. I can pretend to be perfect and loyal, and I can go based on my past. No, you can't. You got that yachting. You got the yachting. I don't think she wants to go back to the past. She strategized. So she's thinking, well, what did I do to my past? I had loyalty in my past. Things seem more perfect in Megan's past. Not now. Hopes and fears. Decision's been made. There's nothing she can do. She's been intellectually blocked with the Two of Swords in reverse. So she knows they closed her off. Sorry, they closed her off. She should have chosen her words more wisely. She probably got very aggressive with them. She probably went to war. Oh, come on, you need me. You know you need me. She probably didn't watch what she was saying, so they said, no, thank you. No, thank you. Final outcome, she wasn't worth it. Megan knows she's like a bad apple, bad seed with the Seven of Pentacles. She tested him. Oh, please, look at me. I can do it. I can do it. And I'm going to be the boss, too. Yeah, because this is an ingenuine person, testing, challenging, calling out the skills of other people. She's the boss. I'm the boss. You need me as a resource. I could be the boss. I can give you what I want. Controlling person, trying to make progress with money, and basically trying to act like she can do it all. I can do it all. I can do it. I can call it out. I can do this venture to bear everything to fruit. I know how to do it. So basically, it is a gloomy mindset, trying to cultivate, but definitely you work for me. She wanted people to think that she's the boss. I'm the boss. No, you're not. You're the bad apple. And the crop was rotted. They figured, no, we don't want to cultivate with you. And no, thank you. You're just not worth it. The juice is not worth the squeeze because we don't see how this is going to grow and progress into a good relationship. We don't want to test you. It's a testing number 7. Let's test. Oh, just test me for some photos. No, thank you. So they said no to Megan. No, we don't care about your past and how smart you were, that you were on some lawyer show. Oh, you were on a lawyer show. Okay, yeah. What fashion sets, suits, what have you done? She's done a ton of spreads and magazine covers. Sorry, you just weren't worth, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. So Megan's pissed. Center of the deck. Nope, sorry, this is not your path. You're not going to be able to go down to it. Uncommitted. We don't need you. Page of Pentacles in reverse. So with that page in reverse, she was kind of Arrested Development, young. She was arrogant, a bad apple, a bad seed. Confidence issues, not reliable. We don't want to rely on this situation. It seems sort of infertile here, and she would be kind of a letdown. We're not interested. We're just not interested. And we know that she thinks that she's all that. She thinks she's all that, but we're saying, no, she had such a negative attitude, such poor direction, just not seeming like a reliable choice. And Megan wanted a lot of money for it. Megan thought, well, I'm everything. I'm a housewife. I am good with pets, kids, children. I am the Martha Stewart. So they might have thought that maybe she was a little too old with the Martha Stewart card here. But, you know, they want someone who's actually secure within themselves. Megan pretended to be secure within themselves, but they saw her as an arrogant child who basically isn't a very solid person. Didn't see it winning. Didn't think they can go the slow, steady, wins the race kind of energy of the Pentacle, where all the hard work and efforts would pay off and they would get material success by using Megan. They want someone younger too. They want someone younger. They don't want an older female. They don't want the mom energy. They want someone a little bit younger. But if they do go with older, you know, they want someone who's more fresh, willing to learn, willing to do it in a positive way, willing to take time, build up their own foundation, build themselves up, and then, okay, we can use this older female here. Megan was too angry, bad apple, too difficult, argumentative, you know, material quest, how much are you going to pay me? Let's talk numbers. I'm experienced. No, you're not. You're not experienced enough to be talking numbers. So she, you know how she was just greedy. That's greedy position. And they knew that there'd be just a debt and it would be a loss to them. And there was just no benefit in it. And she just wasn't worth it. Sorry, you weren't worth it, Megan. All right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.